Gyronix.
Okay, welcome back. So this will be our laboratory exercise 5, and we will be dealing with the last conditional statement. So the switch statement. Okay, so let's proceed to decoding laboratory exercise. Then again, we receive a message from the test engineering manager. So Grace Hooper. The subject is resistor color decoder. Good day, your programming skills has consistently impressed us, and I am excited to discuss a project opportunity that perfectly aligns with your exceptional skills. My team is currently developing a test program for our new product, and I would like to assign you the task of developing the resistor color decoder application, so using a C++ programming language. So here's the overview of what the output should look like. If you're not familiar with the resistor colors or the resistor color code, I have here an example. This is a carbon resistor, and the color engraved in its body is the resistance value. So for example, we have 4 colors. So the first color is brown, second is black, third is brown, and again gold. Here's what the program will do. Okay, first, you will prompt the user to enter the first band color. In reference to the given resistor, so the first color is brown, the second band color is black, the third band color is brown, and the fourth band color is gold. So with these colors, the program then determines the resistance. So for example, the resistance value is 100 ohms. Okay, so R stands for ohms. 100 ohms plus minus 5%. Okay, actually the gold is the tolerance, which is 5%. So this is what the assigned task to us. Okay, so we will make this program. So kindly see the attached file for the resistor color code. I am confident in your ability to excel in this project and deliver exceptional results. So best regards, Grace. Okay, so we have here resistor color code. So this is the table. Okay, so to help you understand how to use this table, I have here an example. For example, we have this resistor. So the first color is red. So we have red, 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 gold. Okay, 4 colors. So how to decode this color? So please refer to the table. The first color is red. So based on the table, the color red has the value 2. Okay, so that's why we have that value for the first band, 2. For the second color is red, so the second band, refer to the table, so this one is also 2. Of course, they have the same color, red. So the third color is also red, which corresponds to the third band. The third band actually is what we call a multiplier, or to easily understand, that is the number of zeros. In this case, we have 10 raised to 2, so we have 2 zeros. 10 raised to 2 is 100, so we have 2 zeros. So as you can see in the example, so we have 2, 2, and 2 zeros. And the last is the gold, which is, based on the table, the fourth band, so that is 5%. So we have 2 zeros for the multiplier and 5%. And the resistance value is 2200 plus minus 5%, or 2.2k, okay, 2200. So k is of course 1000. So 2.2k plus minus 5%. Okay, so another example is this one. So we have brown. So what is brown in the table? That is 1. So that's why we have that value 1. Blue is, okay, number 6 for the second band. So green is 10 raised to 5. Okay, so meaning we have 5 zeros. And the last band, the fourth band, is silver, which is 10%. Okay, so we have 1, 6, and 5 zeros. Or that is 1.6 million, or 1.6 mega ohms. So plus minus 10%. Okay, so that's how you decode the resistor color code. Okay, so let's make this program. Okay, we will open now the CodeBlocks IDE. Okay, so let's create the program for the resistor color decoder. Let's create the project first. So file new, project, console application, okay, C++. The project title is, let's say, Lab 5, resistor color decoder. Okay, so browse to your desired folder. In my case, so this one, the C++ project. So select folder, next, okay, finish. Okay, so if you cannot see the left side panel here or window, you can go to View, Manager. Okay, so there it is. Expand the sources folder and open the main.cpp. Okay, so let's check first if this program runs perfectly. So build, run. Okay, so we have hello world. Okay, so the program is okay, or the project we have created. So we don't need this statement anymore. First, let's document this program. So we have the block comment / ****. So let's have the title. Okay, so the title is let's say resistor color decoder. Okay, so let's arrange a little bit. Okay, let's design this one. Okay. Then let's add a description. Okay, description is, for example, this program determines the resistance value of the resistor, of course. So based on its, let's say, color code. Okay. So let's add the date. The date is, for example, May 4, 2024, and your name as the programmer. Okay, so in my case, Jairo A. Madrona. Okay. Okay, so we're done with the documentation. So let's proceed now to the program. Okay, so let's put it here. Okay, the opening brace. First is the pseudocode. Okay, so I will outline first my program so that it will be easy for me to actually code the program. Of course, I need a variable that is given. Okay, so we have variables. The first thing the program does is to prompt the user. For example, for band colors. Okay, so the color of the first band, second band, third band, and fourth band. Okay, so after the user enters that colors, then I will decode that color. So for example, black is 0, brown is 1, red is 2. Okay. Okay, so next is to decode. So all of that band. So I will start with the first band. So I can copy this. Decode first band, then I will decode the second band. Okay, so let's align this comment. Then the third is decode the third band. And of course, decode the fourth band. Okay. So after decoding the band color, so what does the program do? Okay, we can display the result or the resistance value. Okay, so display the value. Okay, let's say the resistance value. Okay, so I think for now it's good. So let's actually code this program. Okay, so this is our outline. For the first is to prompt the user for band colors is okay, so let's say cout. So I will prompt the user to enter the first band color. Okay, enter the first band color. Okay. Of course, the user will enter that band color, let's say brown or black or red. I will extract that using cin, and I will store that into a variable. Let's say the variable name or the identifier is color_1, okay, to make it intuitive. So color 1 meaning the first band color. So what is the data type? Take note, I will enter colors, let's say brown, red, so that is string, right? Okay, so the data type is string for the this variable, color 1. Let's have an initial value of black. Okay, and don't forget, so we will include that class, the string class. Okay, so include string. Okay, so let's continue, or let's try to build and run. Okay, so to check if this is okay. Okay, so I can enter red. Okay, so there's no problem. Okay, so let's continue. We can copy this one, copy and paste. So this time this is second band color. Of course, I will assign to color 2. I will create this variable later, or I will declare this variable later. Next, the third color. Okay, so enter the third color. Of course, this is color 3. And the last is the fourth band color. So enter the fourth. Of course, this is color 4. And don't forget to declare the data type. So I need 4. So this is color 2, color 3, and color 4. Okay. So let's try. Okay, build to make sure there's no error. If there's an error, then double check, okay, what you have entered. So especially the semicolon. Okay, so check that. Okay, so let's check. Okay, build and run. So let's say the first band color is brown, the second band let's say blue, the third yellow, and the fourth is gold for the tolerance. Okay, so far so good. So we can enter the colors. Then let's proceed to the code. So unfortunately, we cannot use the switch statement for here, since we are going to test the value of a string. Okay, so the switch only works for numerals and character, but not for string. Okay, so we will be using if else statement. So you can refer to this table. So as you can see, black is 0, brown is 1, red is 2, and so on. Okay, white is 9. For the first band, okay, we'll be using if else statement. So if the first band is color 1, so that's where we store the string, the colors, the red, brown, white. So in this variable, okay. So if the value of this variable is, let's say, black, then we will store the value. Okay, let's create a variable. Let's say value 1. Okay, so black is 0. So else if, okay, I will add this keyword. So else if color 1 is brown. Okay, so this is what? 1. Okay, so take note, we haven't declared yet the value variable. So we can declare. So the data type, of course, is int, since the value is whole number. So int, let's say value 1. So initial value, let's say 0. Okay. Actually, we need 4. So let me create, or let's create now the 4 variables for value. So value 1, value 2, 3, and of course value 4. Okay. So let's continue. If the value color is brown, so that is 1. Okay, so copy paste. So else if, what's next? So red is 2. Okay, so let me try this, or let's try this first if it's working perfectly. Okay, so we can see out the color 1. Okay, so take note, this is for testing only. Okay, so I want to check if it's decoding the value perfectly. We need else. So else, let's say see out invalid color. Okay, so let's try this out. Build. So we're okay, semicolon. So expected semicolon. Okay, so we don't use semicolon. Okay, build. So take note, we are only up to red. Okay, so the rest of the color, let's say orange, will be invalid based on this setup. Okay, so run. Red is what? 2. Okay. Okay, so what happens? Red. Okay, so we output the color, not the value. So this is supposed to be value. Okay, not the color one. So value 1. Okay, build and run. Okay, first color only. So first color is red. Okay, red is 2. So it's working perfectly. Okay, so let's close. So let's continue now. Okay, I think I will delete this now. Don't need that. Okay, so else if. So what's the next? Red, then orange. So again, you can refer to the table or this one. Okay, you can refer to the values here. So 3 is orange. Okay, 4 is yellow. Okay, so if the color is orange, that is 3. Okay, so another copy paste. If the color is, what's the next of orange? Yellow. If the color is yellow, this is, value is 4. Okay, paste. If the color is next, green. So for green, this is 5. Next is blue. This is 6. Okay, copy paste. So violet is 7. 8 is gray. Okay. So orange or gray is 8. And last is the white. White is 9. Okay, so let's try to build. Okay, build and run. Okay, so for example, white is 9. Okay, so this one doesn't matter. Okay, we haven't yet programmed the second to fourth band. Okay, so okay, white is 9. Okay, so anyway, we don't use cout. So okay, so it's working. There's no error for this program. Okay, so let's continue for the second and third. Okay, we can copy paste the code. Okay, so next we can copy this code, the code. Okay, the first band. So to make it easier to copy, just click shift, hold shift, then click again. Okay, to the end of the else. Then Control C, copy. Okay, so Control V, paste under the second band. So for the second band, the storage is color 2. Okay, this is color 2. So this is value 2. Okay, another value 2. So make sure you rename the color and value. Okay, so this is 2. Orange. Okay, so for the yellow. Okay, green. Okay, blue. Okay, so all of this. Okay, violet. So color 2, value 2. Okay, color 2, value 2. Okay, color 2 and value 2. Okay, so we're done now with the first and second band. So for the third band is multiplier. Okay, so let's proceed now to the third band. Third band is actually the multiplier. Okay. It's the same process. We can copy, paste. Okay, so let's copy, paste again. So from if, so shift, hold shift. Okay, so copy, then paste. Okay, control B. So this is now what? The third band. So color 3, value 3. Okay. Okay, so make sure you rename all of these. Color 3, value 3. So this is for the third band. Then after this one, let's check if we are getting the correct program by checking the values. Okay, so let's have a test, for example. Okay, let's see out those values. So let's see out. Okay, value 1. So see out. Okay, value 2. So let's add an end line to have a new line. Okay, so we have see out value 3. Okay, so this is for testing only. Okay, so take note of this. Okay, so let's build and run. Okay, so let's say the first band is green. We have blue and red. Gold. Okay, so 5 is green. So check. Blue is 6. Red is 2. Okay, so we are getting the right values of the color. Okay, so we decoded green to 5, blue to 6, and red to 2. Okay, so gold is the tolerance. So we haven't coded it yet. Okay, so let's add the tolerance. Okay, so let's delete this now. Okay, the code fourth band. So we only have 3 colors. So if the color 4, okay, color 4, so is gold, then the value, okay, then the value 4 is 5%. So let's have 5. Okay, else if color 4, okay, so tab is what? Silver. So the value 4 is 10%, okay, or 10. And the last is else if let's say color 4 is no color or none. So this is 20. Okay, so value 4 is 20. Okay, so I think we're done with the decoding. So let's try to display the value. So for the resistance, so this is how we calculate the resistance. So the resistance is the value 1, so plus the value 2 multiplied by multiplier. Okay, multiplier is relates to the value, okay, the value 3. So let's review first what does the multiplier do, right, based on the given table. So this is the resistor color code table. Okay, so this is third band, the multiplier. As you can see, the value 3 is the exponent of base 10. So what it does is, let's have this example again. So the first band is 2, okay, red. So red is 2. the third band. So this is the multiplier. So we have 2 zeros since the third band. So this one, 10 squared is 100. Okay, so what this color code actually does is you add, as you can see, the first band is 2. The second band is also 2. Actually, this is 20. Okay, so 20 plus 2 is 22. So that's why you have this one, 22 and times 100. So that's why we have 2,200. Okay, so again, we add the first and second multiplied by the third. And take note of this, the first band is actually not 2 but rather 20. The same with the brown. Instead of 1, that is 10. This is 20, 30, 40. Okay, 50 and up to 90. So that if we are going to add the first and the second band, so this is as if you are concatenating these two values. Okay, so let's apply this concept to the program. To perform that base raised to exponent, so we have this keyword, okay, the power, then open and close parentheses. So first is the base, which is 10, raised to the power of, okay, the value 3. Okay, but take note, value 3 is the multiplier. So semicolon. And this is included in the CMath library. Okay, so we need to add. So we have hashtag include CMath. Otherwise, it cannot understand what you mean by power. Okay, keyword. So make sure you include this. Okay, CMath. And for the first color, so as you can, as I have explained, instead of just first band, okay, first band color. So instead of just 1, this is 10. So you add zeros. Okay, so 20, 30. So that our mathematical operation or the addition operation is correct. So when we add the first and second band, so just add 0. Okay. So that is for the first band only. Second band as is. And third band is the multiplier as is. And of course the fourth band as is for the tolerance. This is the tolerance. Okay, the fourth band. Tolerance. Okay, so let's try to display. So this is the equation again. So value 1. Let's say red 2, but that is 20. So 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay, that's why we add zeros for the first band. Okay, for the value of the first band. So don't forget to include CMath so that it will understand what the power do. Okay. So this is the base 10 raised to value 3. So don't forget the comma. So that is the syntax for the power command. Okay, so let's test. Let's output the resistance value. So we have Cout. Okay, Cout, for example, the resistance. So caps lock. So the resistance value is, okay, so take note, I don't end with semicolon, don't end the statement. The resistance value is, so whatever the resistance calculated here. And I think we forgot to declare this one, so that let's declare that later. So the resistance value is the resistance and the tolerance. So we have plus minus. Okay, I think I don't need the space. Plus minus and whatever the value for. So value 4 is the resistance and of course the percent sign. Okay, semicolon. Okay, so the resistance value is, so whatever calculated here, then the plus minus text, so the value 4, so this one, the 5%, 10%, and 20, and with the, of course, symbol percent. Let's declare this first. So this is integer. Okay, so value int. Okay, so let's say 0. Okay, moment of truth. So let's try this one. Build. So hopefully there's no error. Okay, so run. Okay, so let's try the 222 or red. First band red, second band red, third band red, and let's say gold. So the resistance value is 2,200. So this is correct. Okay, 2,200. So let's try another one. Okay, let's say brown. For example, blue and green. So let's try silver. Okay, so the resistance value is brown is 1, blue is 6, green is 5 zeros. That is the multiplier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, so we're done. A good job. Okay, for determining the resistance value given the colors of the resistor. Next is, actually I don't want this form. I want it in engineering form. So for example, this one in engineering form, this is 1.6 million, right? So I want to see the resistance value is 1.6 M plus minus 10%. Okay, so to do that, let's try to use now the case statement, since we have values now, not string, or we have numerals. Okay, so let's add engineering mode. Okay. So what I would like to do here is, if let's say the value is in thousands, so this is K. If that is in millions, so that is M. Okay, so this is what I am aiming to do. Okay, so if it's 1000, then K. So if millions, M. Okay, and we will be using the switch statement. Okay, so to showcase how the switch statement works. Okay, so we have this switch, opening close parentheses. So the value inside the parentheses is the variable we are testing. In this case, we'll be testing the multiplier. Okay, because it's where our thousands or millions came from. Okay, so it depends on the multiplier. So we'll check the multiplier value. Okay, and we have this case keyword and the value. For example, if the value 3 is 2, value 2 is for what? Red color. Okay, so the red is decoded as 2. So if that is the case, okay, let me tab this one. So if that is the case, then the resistance, okay, so let's tab to make it easier to read. The resistance is resistance will be, and we will divide the resistance by 1000 using the power command. Base 10 raised to 3. This is 1000, right? So the resistance value will be divided by 1000, and I will end the statement, and I will have a suffix, which is what? Letter K for 1000. Okay, and let's try to declare this as character, of course. Okay, so let's declare that suffix keyword. Okay, so let's add it here. So we have char. Okay, suffix. Let's say initial values are. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the code. Then don't forget the break command. Okay, so break. And let's say default. Okay, so for now, let's code the red. So default is else in if else statement. Default. So default meaning if none of these values is true, so the resistance is the resistance value. Okay, so there's no changes, and the suffix is, let's say, R. Okay, for ohms. So let's build and run. So let's try the 2.2. Okay, so we have red. Okay, red and gold. Okay, so still 2,200. So what's the reason for this? Of course, we haven't edit yet the output. Okay, so let's edit the output. Okay, so let's close this one. Before we test this, we need to move this calculation. Okay, so let's cut this one. So this must be before the engineering mode. Okay, so it's since this is the calculation. Okay, so let's have this comment. Okay, calculate resistance. Okay, so the last is display. So this is good. And we need to add the suffix. So resistance, then the suffix. Okay. Suffix. Okay, so what our program does now is calculate first the resistance value. Okay, after that, we'll be converting it to the engineering mode. Then we will output. So the output is the new resistance value plus the suffix and the tolerance. Okay, so let's try to build. Okay, build. Hopefully there's no error. Okay, run. Okay, so let's test. Red, say red again, gold. Okay, so the resistance value is 2K. Supposed to be 2.2K. Okay, so I think we need to change the int value of resistance into double. Okay. So let's try to change the value. Or try to change the data type. So this is double. Okay. Build and run. Red is 2.2K. Okay, so red, gold 5%. Okay, so it's good. The resistance value is 2.2K. So red, gold. Plus minus 5%. Okay, so let's continue. We're doing great. Where are we? In the engineering mode. Okay, so let's add. This is red. Let's add for black, or rather orange. So number 3 is orange. Actually, we can copy, paste this one. So copy. For orange, actually the same command. So we divide it by 1000. Okay, so there's no changes in that. The same with yellow. So this is yellow, number 4. For the value 4 is yellow. We only have changes for the green. If you have the multiplier green, and then your resistance value is in mega ohms. Okay, so we'll divide it by 10 raised to 6, and the suffix is m. Okay, millions. Okay, so next is 6. This is blue. So actually the same. I think it's efficient to copy this. Okay, the case 5. Okay, paste. Since they have the same suffix, and we'll divide it by 1 million. Okay, actually the same with 7 is what? 6 is blue. 7 is violet. Okay. So this is what? Violet. 8 is gray. Then the last is the white. So which is 9. For gray and white, so this is now giga ohms. So which means this is 9. This is also 9, and the suffix is letter G, okay, for giga ohms. Okay, so other than that, where's the black and brown false? Okay, so black is 1. So as you can see, there's no value 1 here. And there's no 0. 0 is, by the way, 0 is black. Sorry, 0 is black, 1 is brown. So 0 and 1 will fall to the default. Okay, so other than 2, 3, 4, up to 9, so other than these values, that is the default. So meaning the 0 and 1 is letter R. Okay, the suffix. So just ohms. So there's no kilo ohms, there's no mega ohms, there's no giga ohms. Okay, so let's try to run this program. So hopefully there's no error. Okay, build. Okay, run. Let's try now mega ohms or ohms only. Okay, so let's say brown, black. Brown is 1, black is 0, and let's say another brown. So this is brown, black, brown, 100 ohms. Okay, and let's try none for 20%. Okay, the resistance value is 100 ohms, plus minus 20%. Again, you can refer to the resistor color code table. Okay, so brown is 1, black is 0, brown multiplier, so you have 1 zeros only. So we have 100 ohms. Okay. Okay, so let's try to run again. Let's say another color. Let's try mega ohms. For example, blue. Blue is 6. So red 6.2, and let's say green. So this is 6.2 million. Or so meaning we have M. And let's try silver. Okay, so 6.2 M. So plus minus 10%. Okay, I think we're doing great. So last, let's try giga ohms. Let's try white, okay, for the multiplier. For example, we have yellow. So yellow, blue. Yellow is 4, blue is 6. So 4, 6. Then, okay, so think gray. And gold, 5%. So this is 4.6 giga, or yes, 4.6 giga. So plus minus 5%. Okay, we're doing good. So let's add now the last, okay, for the loop. So the infamous do you wish to continue? Okay, so we have cout. Do you wish to continue? Okay, so the choices is Y or N. Okay, semicolon. Let's have a space. Okay, so semicolon. Colon. Let's add a colon. Okay, so of course, Cn. So store to Yn. Then if Yn is Y, equivalent to Y, then we will loop, or we'll call the main function. Don't forget to add the new line /n, and of course to declare Yn as character. Okay, so let's declare. Okay, so we have char Yn equals Y. Okay, so build expected closing. Okay, semicolon. So we forgot the semicolon. Okay, so build. Okay, run. Okay, so let's say brown, black. This is 10 ohms. Okay, gold. Okay, so 10R, yes. Okay, so for example, let's try blue, red, and yellow. So this is blue is 620,000, and try gold. Okay, so 620k. Okay, so last, okay, red, white, and none, 20%. So 22 gigaohms, plus minus 20%. Okay, so no. Okay, we're done. Okay, so this is it for the resistor color decoder program. Okay, so we have 230 lines of code. Okay, so I hope you can follow along with this tutorial, and hope to see you again in the next one.